Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a Form 8K filing from TransAct Technologies Incorporated. Prepare for a wild ride because this report is about votes, compensation, and maybe a little bit of corporate drama that is not obvious on the surface. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where you can discuss these filings with other people. So what's a Form 8K? Think of it as a company's way of shouting, hey, something important happened, to the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. In this case, TransAct Technologies, a company that makes printers and software, filed this report because they held their annual meeting, where shareholders voted on some key decisions. The meeting happened in late May of 2025. This section gets down to the nitty-gritty of what happened at the annual meeting, the main event. Electing directors, picking an accounting firm, and voting on how the company pays its top executives. First up, the election of directors. This is where shareholders get to decide who sits on the board, the group of people who oversee the company's strategy, and they voted on 6 people to be directors until the next annual meeting. Let's see who got the nod. John Dillon was up for election with over 3.8 million for votes, with around 1 million withheld votes. Randall Friedman got around 3.5 million for votes with about 1 million withheld votes, and Randall Friedman got around 3.5 million for votes with roughly 1 million withheld votes, and about 677,000 votes withheld. Then there was Audrey Dunning, who got around 3.5 million for votes with about 1 million withheld votes. And last, Heidi Ortiz Olinga got around 3.5 million for votes with about around 1 million withheld votes. And last, Heidi Ortiz a way for shareholders to say, I'm not totally sold on this person. It's not a hard no, but it's definitely a sign that some investors have reservations. It's pretty standard, but it tells that more than a few people are not so happy. Even if it's a minority, it's something to keep in mind for the future. Connote that there's Next, there was a vote to ratify or approve the selection of CBID Cebites PC as the company's independent accounting firm for the year. This is important because the accounting firm is the one that checks the company's books to make sure everything is accurate. The vote was overwhelmingly in favor, with over 7 million votes for, about 65,000 against, and around 28,000 abstaining. It's a big win. This means investors trust CB's CPC to keep an eye on TransAct's finances. Now here's where things get interesting, the advisory vote on executive compensation. This is where shareholders get to weigh in on whether they think the company is paying its top executives too much, too little, or just the right amount. It's advisory, meaning the company doesn't have to listen, but it's a good way to gauge investor sentiment, which means how investors feel about it. The result, around 4.1 million votes for, about 400,000 against, and 11,000 abstaining. Again, we have the broker non-votes around 2.6 million. The for votes are a clear win, but those against votes are nothing to sneeze at. It means a chunk of shareholders aren't thrilled with how much the executives are getting paid. It might be a sign that some changes are needed to keep investors happy. Executive compensation is often a hot topic because it can be seen as disconnected from the actual performance of the company, or as a sign that some changes are needed to keep investors happy. Executive compensation is often a hot topic because it can be seen as disconnected from the actual performance of a company. Or as a sign that the executives are getting paid, it might be a sign that some changes are needed to keep investors happy. Executive compensation is often a hot topic because it can. Finally, there was a vote on how often shareholders should get to vote on executive compensation. The options were every year, every 2 years, or every 3 years. This might seem like a minor detail, but it's actually pretty important. The vote was overwhelmingly in favor of voting every year, with over 4.1 million votes. 2 years got around 14,000 votes, and 3 years got around 344,000 votes. Abstain got around 14,000 votes, and 3 years got around 344,000 votes. Abstain got around 14,000 votes. This is a clear signal that shareholders want to keep a close eye on executive pay and have a say in the matter every year. So what does all this mean for TransAct Technologies? Let's break it down. The election of directors went smoothly, but those withhold votes are something to keep an eye on. It means some shareholders have reservations about the board. The approval of the accounting firm was a slam dunk, which is always good. The vote on executive compensation was a bit more mixed. While the majority approved, a significant number of shareholders voted against it. This is a potential red flag. If a company's investors are unhappy with the compensation, it might cause them to sell their shares, which would cause the stock price to go down. The vote on the frequency of the executive compensation vote shows that shareholders want to stay engaged and have a say in how the company is run. They clearly want to vote every year, which is great. Now, looking at these results more broadly, there are no financials here, so it's hard to tell. The negative votes on executive compensation tell that the investors might think that the company is not well managed. On the other hand, the investors seem engaged and want to keep a close eye on executive pay and have a say in how the company is run, which is really great. Alright, that's our breakdown of TransAct Technologies' latest filing. What's your take on these votes and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.